Like, I never had thought I would have to break down and cry and beg to do something positive. This video is kind of like long overdue. A couple people have been asking me to do a video about this. It's another video pertaining to Job Corps and all of the stress that I had to endure while I was there. It's kind of crazy that lately when people have asked me how I decided to become an oral surgeon, I always start with Job Corps. And it's true that that's where all of this came from. Me and my education and my career path, it definitely did come from Job Corps. It started there because I didn't know what I wanted to be at first. I was always driven, always, you know, worked hard, you know, became manager and stuff like that, and always been in school, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. But Job Corps helped me figure out what I wanted to do. Not because they was like sitting here like, okay, we're gonna help you find something to do. No, it's because that they had this program. It's because that this program, so basically the government, I would say the government, because the government funds this stuff. So the government helped me figure out what I want to do in my life, and I am so thankful because I'm happy as heck that I'm gonna be an oral surgeon in a few years. Like, it's so crazy. At Job Corps, they make it seem as if it's okay for you to still work while you're at Job Corps, but it is not like that at all. It seems like they do not want you to work. That's how it was for me and a lot of people that I knew at Job Corps. It seems like they just wanted you to go to school and then go back to the dorm and then just be there. Even though it's very important to have some kind of work experience, something in the background. I know, even though it's probably not in the field that you're trying to go to, but at least have some kind of work experience so that you know how to work with people, customer service skills. Also to have some kind of income. Because at Job Corps, they do give you money, but things like $20-something like every week or every 2 weeks. I can't remember exactly how much it was. It was like a couple of bucks every couple of weeks or something like that. And that was definitely not enough money for anybody to sustain life. Even though they did give you room and board, but you still need like hygiene products, and you need like, sometimes you want snacks, or sometimes you don't want that nasty food that they serve. Sometimes you want more clothes. Cause me, I was at Job Corps for a good 2.5 years because they effed me over. I probably should tell that story too. The reason why I was there so freaking long, because dental assisting do not take 2.5 years. Yee. Oh, I just said that. I said yee like what's his face. I love him though. Oh, Cash Nasty. I was on the older end of the spectrum when I was going to Job Corps, because there's a range of students that can go to Job Corps, a range of people, the age range. From this age to this age, you can go to Job Corps. If you're younger than this or older than this, you can't go to Job Corps. I was around the older range when I got to Job Corps, and I had a job prior to going to Job Corps, and I wanted to just transfer my job to the one out in LA. So once I, was in school during the day, I can go to work at night, because I've always been that person that wanted to work and go to school at the same time. I've never been that person that wanted to just sit around, like, just do school or whatever. Now it's kind of crazy in school because the kind of classes I have, but I still do YouTube, which is like a job, and I also have like side jobs I can do too if I really needed some more money. So I told them, like, look, I am in this dental assisting course already. It's during the day. I'm out by like 2 o'clock. I have this job already lined up. I really want to work. It's only going to be like maybe 3 or 4 hours a day, maybe about 2 to 3 times a week, which is not bad at all. Like, I don't see how that's bad at all. And I just want to, I want to work or whatever. And my counselor was like, no, you can't work. And I'm like, why can't I work? I don't understand why I can't work. I'm very old. I am much older. I am very mature. You say it all the time that I'm mature. You don't even have to tell me I'm mature. I'm grown. So I'm mature. I have immaculate grades. I graduated top of my class in my dental assistant class. I have no like bad notes on my record when it comes to Job Corps. I'm here on time. I don't go AWOL. Like, all of these things that I'm doing well. And obviously, if this is Job Corps, wouldn't you guys want us to be working as well? Like, if we can, like, we're not asking you guys to drop us off. I'm not asking you to pick me up. I'm just asking you to let me go to work, and I'll still be here before curfew, because the curfew, I believe, is like 10 o'clock during the week. or 9 o'clock during the week. I don't know, it was too long ago, but I know we had a certain curfew. And I told them, like, I would even be back before then. So I don't understand why you guys are not letting me work. So they were just telling me no, and I had to freaking break down crying to these people because it made no sense to me as to why I need to be sitting around all day because I didn't have homework. We did have tests at school, but dental, it came like a second language to me, like a first language. Like once I seen what was going on and I heard the term and I know the word, I did not need to study. That's why I felt like dental was my passion, because once I got in that class, I knew everything and everything just made sense to me. Like I didn't have to study at all, ever. And we didn't have homework. So why after 2 o'clock, so from 2 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I'm sitting around in the yard doing nothing, just chilling? Like, why are you guys trying to hold me back? Why are you guys trying to hold anybody back if they can get some money, if they can get some work experience and be out in the world instead of cooped up in a room? So they did not want me to work. So I ended up going to one of the counselors. I won't say his name, but I talked to him about it, and he said he don't see why it should be a reason why I don't work personally, but he can understand why some people are not able to work because they're like quote unquote bad students and they have like a bad track record. But for me personally, I should definitely be able to work. So what happened was I had to talk to the main lady. I don't know why every time something happened with me or something happened with me pertaining to the school, I always had to go to like the principal type of thing or dean type of thing, like the person that runs the whole freaking Job Corps in Los Angeles. I always had to talk to her. So I talked to her and I had to do like this whole freaking bullet point to explain to her why I feel like I should be able to work. I had to factor in my age. I have to factor in the fact that I need money. Like, even though my dad, he gave me money like all the time, like he would put money, he would send me money in my account, and then plus they gave us like $20-something, but that still wasn't enough for anybody, like even a teenager. Like, you need more money than that. I had to factor in that. I had to factor in the fact that I'll be back before a certain time. Like, I just have to factor in all this stuff. I felt like I should not have to fight. If I'm in Job Corps, you guys should want me to get a job. Like, if I want to do both, let me do it. I guess they were probably afraid that maybe I would start slipping on schooling, or maybe I would find this job and realize I don't want to go to school no more, so I'll drop out, because that's another thing too. They do not want people to drop out of Job Corps. They do not want you to leave. I heard so many people like try to leave and they will just blow them up, show up at their freaking house. Like, ooh, Job Corps is crazy. It's kind of like jail sometimes. It really is. So ultimately, I had to break down crying to this lady too. Like, look, I need to work. Like, I never had thought I would have to break down and cry and beg to do something positive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have never came off as a person that is untrustworthy, or I don't know. It was just crazy to me. So eventually, after all of that, with all those bullet points, they finally said, okay, you can work, but we have to know your schedule. We have to know who your manager is. We have to know the address. Like, they had to know everything. Like, it's like they were your parents. Like, they wanted to know everything, and you're like a 10-year-old child, and your parent wants to know the freaking license plates of the parents, and the parents' first and last name and their address. And I need to, and they're like, it was just a lot, whatever. So I said, you know what, fine, if that's what y'all want, that's fine. Well, I started working there and I did everything I was supposed to do. I came back on time. I was actually there before curfew. I know I had, you know what, let me give you guys a story. Maybe this is why they don't want people to work, but it wasn't my story. I always came on time. My grades were still amazing. I did exceptionally well in dental assisting school. My friend, it's a guy. If he was to see this, he'll know who I'm talking about. This guy started working too. I believe he was working in a warehouse though, or something like that. And mind you, we're living in downtown. Now there's 1,000 buses that run all hours of the night and stuff like that. But it seemed like he himself always had an excuse as to why he came home late. Not home, but like came to the dorms late. Always was late. Like, he would say he went to jail. He would say he got robbed. He would say somebody stole his food, so he had to go chase them. Like, he would come up with anything. Like, I don't know if any of this stuff was true, but he had all these excuses as to why he didn't come back from work on time. And I don't even know if he was in the trade or not. I believe he still had to get his GED. He was grown, he was older like me, but I think he was still working on his GED. So I guess that's the difference. Like me, I got there with my high school diploma. I didn't need to do that. I went straight to I was supposed to go straight to my trade, but they ended up doing some weird stuff. But he had every excuse in the book why he could not get back home at his allowed time, because he told them what time he got off of work. Now, he was supposed to always get back later than curfew, but not that late. Like, it was crazy. So maybe that's why they're like so skeptical about people doing it, because they probably not really going to work. But if you have all the information about my job, like where it's at and my manager and the phone numbers and stuff like that, then you should already know that it's real. You can always call up and check up on me and make sure I'm really there. But yeah, so I just had to tell you guys that, because people have been asking me about Job Corps. So when it comes to Job Corps and you're going to Job Corps, you want to work, you need to have all of these bullet points down to explain why you are, in fact, mature enough or trustworthy enough so that you can work. Because if not, then they will say, no, you can't work. No, you got to be a bum. No, you can't have enough money for this or that. You got to sit here all day and do nothing. Period. So thanks for watching my video, guys. Make sure you like this video, please, and subscribe to my channel. Go to my IG, you know, subscribe, like follow my IG, like some pictures, and I will see you guys in the next one. Deuces.